Well, we're back out here at the Sugarloaf State Conservation Area where remediation works is being undertaken from the West Wallsend Mine. Things have certainly progressed since we were last out here and reported on this. I was out here just before Christmas last year, and we're 100 metres further downstream from where we are now. What they found is as they're clearing the material, as they come up, it's narrowed, it's not as it's shallower, but also the base has changed a bit, and it's a lot easier for the material to break away. So I think there's over 90 bags of material that have been heli lifted out at this stage. There's more to come, more coming out next week. But right now I just want to pan around and have a look at a small face here and see how it breaks away. So, this is material here, even though these are quite large pieces, once again you can see they're very light. Okay, so they're not that hard to handle, but it is obviously a lot of bulk that's being moved, and when it's mixed in with a rock and material like that, it's hard to get out. Small tools being used, obviously in this case a digging bar, but the rate at which they've advanced is fantastic, I have to say. I'm very impressed, and as we've come up, and I'll get some more video of it later, as we've come up you can see the environment once again taking charge, so it's fantastic. Down here a little bit and have a look, and we'll see some vegetation starting to take root again. I wouldn't expect it's going to be too long, and it'll be almost impossible to see just where this event occurred. Yeah. Where we're looking now, you can see some of the flora starting to re-establish, and this area was all covered deeply by grout. At this point you can see the system starting to work, and you can see the line just here on the rock in front of you where the grout material was up to. So it was quite deep here, and yet now, apart from those marks, it's almost impossible to detect that it was there. Overall, you'd have to say it's been a very successful process, and around about 60 days ago, if it runs to schedule, but so far we're actually running a little bit ahead of schedule.
Well, the government has held an interagency inquiry into what occurred here. I believe that that's been completed, and what the public really need is for the findings of that inquiry to be released, as the Premier has promised would happen.